What is up, everybody? Ethan back today with another beer review, and what I've got this time is Georgia Red. This is a red lager out of Tucker Brewing Company. Tucker Brewing Company is out of Tucker, Georgia. Tucker is east of Atlanta, east of Decatur, and almost to Stone Mountain. I have never been to this brewery, but I've had some of their beers before. This is a 5.4% ABV and a 35 IBU red lager. And on the can it says notes of caramel, citrus, and honey. All right, let's go ahead and get into this one. It is Friday. The workday is winding down, and that beer is highly charged, ready to come out. Ooh, we got some supercharged head there. The head tastes really good. Man, that was super carbonated. Super charged. That is all head. Look at that. That's a whole hand length of head. That's crazy, bro. Well, yeah. I was hoping to get through this review pretty quickly, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Candle, I see something. Hang on. I can't quite read it. I see Best Buy. It looks like I can't even tell, man. 8. I see 8-0. No idea what that means. It was right on the edge of the can. I could read the words Best Buy, but I couldn't read the date. So I don't know why they didn't just put it in the middle where I could read it, but yeah. Well, that is all head still. And the appearance of that beer is kind of, well, it's a red ale, so kind of amber, kind of looks kind of brown on the camera, but to me it's kind of a red amber, almost like a chestnut color, or I guess amber is probably the best way to describe it. Let's go ahead and pour the rest in here, or as much as we can fit. And again, that is all head on that beer. Look at that head, man. It's like a pillowy cloud. Look at that. Well, while we wait for the head to die down, let's get into some specs. It's a 3.56 on Untapped with 4,441 check-ins. And I will check it in as soon as I finish this review. And it gets an 85 of very good on Beer Advocate, which is very high for Beer Advocate. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can try some through that head just for the sake of time. Cheers. And that is all head. That's crazy. Okay, I got some beer that time. And this one has a nice little hop kick. I do get some hoppiness. It kind of tastes a little bit like that Blood of the Unicorn red ale that I had from Pipeworks a couple of weeks ago or a month or two ago. It kind of tastes like that. But there's a nice hoppiness. The 35 IBUs are definitely coming through because the alcohol is lower at 5.4. If this had higher 6-7% alcohol, I'm sure the IBUs wouldn't be as pronounced, but there's a nice hoppy backbone to it. It does have that kind of rich amber ale flavor or lager. And there's a breadiness in the middle, like a sweet, almost like a tart. It kind of leaves like this feeling on the tongue, almost like a slight spice on the tongue. That's probably from, well, they say notes of caramel, citrus, and honey. I do get a little caramel, maybe, but it's a bitter caramel. maybe a little citrus. I don't really get any honey. Family owned and operated in Tucker, Georgia. Uh, let's read what it says on the can here. An amber red hue reminiscent of our beautiful, rich Georgia clay. Our Georgia red lager has a bready caramel nose with mild hints of earthy spice. Okay, that's the spice I get. I didn't even read this, and I still got that spice. Sweet taste with clean, moderately bitter finish. Excellent with food. The beer pairs well with, and they have a grill, a chicken leg, and it looks like a taco or something. So yeah, I do get that spice that they mention. It's definitely more of a spice than a sweet honey. And in my opinion, a good head on a beer is a sign of good quality. So I like the fact that it has a good head on it. To me, that symbolizes great quality in the brewing process. I think it's well within its freshness time. Just a lively beer. A well-made beer will have a good head like that, in my opinion. When you pour out a beer and it's lower alcohol and you get absolutely no head, kind of a red flag. It usually means it's kind of old or slimy or yeah. So I have no problem with a head like this. Maybe I should have slow poured it for the sake of time, but hey, at least we know the beer is good quality. Yeah, what would I score this? I like this. I've had a few others from Tucker Brewing Company. Um, look at their website now. Bear with me, but they seem to be pretty highly rated. Yeah, for a score, what would I give this? Beer Advocate gives it an 85, a B. Uh, Untapped gives it a 3.56 out of 5. To me, that seems lower than a B because if you do the math, that's like a 7 out of 10 if you multiply it, which comes out to be a C. So I don't really like the out of 5 rating scale. For me, there's not as much wiggle room, if you will. I like out of 100, like a grading scale for school. So for me, I'm going to go, again, for a red lager, an amber red ale, what this is, I don't think it's an ale. I think it's a lager, but on the website it says it's a red amber, so it's an amber beer, not a Pilsner. American amber / red lager. Yeah. For that style, it's excellent. So you got to go A- in the style. And for me overall, I think I'm going to stick with A- also. I'm going to give it a straight up 90 out of 100. And again, this single can was given to me. My girlfriend picked this up for me. She was down in Marietta, Georgia, the other day, and she went to a little beer store, which I'm curious. I kind of want to go myself now because it's hard to find singles of beer near me. You either have to buy a 6 or 12 pack, or there's just not much to choose from as far as singles, unless you go to a brewery. And I have to drive 30, 40 minutes to find good breweries near me, 45 minutes to find good breweries near me. So if I buy craft beer, unfortunately, I have to buy 6 packs a lot of the time, and I really don't like to. But this guy is a single, so I might have to hit up that store again. But yeah, she picked this up for me. I'm not sure what she paid for it, probably like $3. But I was super stoked to get a single can to review, right? Would I drink this again? Absolutely. Would I buy it again? To drink on the weekend? Probably not, but I really like it. Yeah, it's that rich, bold, hoppy, sweet bread backbone. Medium mouthfeel, certainly not light bodied. I would even, if I didn't know the alcohol, I probably would have guessed maybe a little higher than 5.4. Not that you get alcohol in the flavor, just that it has a nice, big, bold flavor. And I would probably have guessed this to be like 6.5. But it's excellent. Yeah, I'm going to go A minus for the Georgia Red Lager out of Tucker Brewing Company. Looks great in the glass there. Cheers. Thank you for watching.